Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces fast, and I'm homebound. Oh, what show was that on?
Well, it was in movies.
Oh,
because I remember they had that in White Chicks.
White Chicks.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's what I'm talking about. A white girl with a black girl's ass. I'm taking that home to mama.
You know, I really love our intro song. Just that. Damn.
Yeah. It's powerful.
Yeah.
It's like a powerful thrust.
Oh yeah, brother. Start busting out some Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage.
Right. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime. R.I.P. Randy Savage.
Oh man, what a guy.
But welcome to another episode of Itchy Sweater. I'm with my co-host Jim Hall. I am Carl Bismarck. It's good to see you all again, even though we're not seeing any of you. But it's good to see you.
Great to see.
That's the wrong button.
Nope.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Sorry, I'm out of practice.
Not at all. Yeah. That's because we didn't do one.
Yeah.
In like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know, right? But it's phenomenal. Phenomenal being here, I gotta say.
Phenomenal.
How are you feeling, big fella?
Man, I'm good. I like the gloomy days. It's nice and warm in here. You got this new setup in here. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. I got a IKEA desk. So I put it back on the wall next to the wall we used to be on. So now
Where'd you get that from?
Alex.
Oh, Bell.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's his full government name.
Fuck it, whatever.
He
Shout out to Alex.
He might have warrants. But yeah, I got that in here. So I moved the couch from the back facing the window
From the middle of the window to the left.
to the left. So now we got a white wall behind us.
Yeah.
And now we're looking at the wall that we used to be next to.
It's weird that I already told you this, I can look out in the parking lot now.
Yeah, we got a
And
view.
every time that something goes by, it catches my eye, and I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah, you're like,
Squirrel?
yeah. This window is honestly a distraction.
Yeah, it is. Especially with me having ADHD. It's just going to be squirrel, squirrel,
All right.
squirrel, squirrel.
These
squirrel.
podcasts are going to be unhinged, even more so than they already
God.
are. Yep. Speaking of, I got diddled on the edge of the bed with 1 foot on the floor. It worked out pretty well. It was worth every penny. So
How many pennies did you pay?
I think that one was like $1.60.
What'd she say?
Oh, she was fine with it. She
Oh,
was the one
really?
getting paid. Yeah.
Oh,
So it was, she had no problems. But yeah, it was pretty good.
Nice.
1 foot on the
Yep,
floor.
see? Distraction.
It
There's
was
a woman down there.
Oh,
Pay attention!
I gotta say though, it was pretty easy not putting the second foot on the floor, because I remember we were having an issue like, what if the other foot touches? It's pretty easy keeping the other foot elevated.
I don't even remember what diddling it was.
It was diddling on the edge of the bed. Oh, it was like
Mishap there.
it was
The microphone was trying to kiss me. It's like, why is this on my lip?
it was trying to diddle you at the edge of the bed. I believe it was like a hand job.
With one, see, that doesn't seem hard to do. I could put both feet off the floor and be fine doing that.
Yeah, well, it was super specific in some
That's
areas
true.
for no reason.
That's true.
But yeah, so at the edge of the bed, 1 foot on the floor, getting diddled. It was pretty easy keeping that foot on the
Nice.
bed.
Nice.
Yeah, so I had no issues with the.
I'm glad that worked out for you.
Yeah. That episode will forever just be ridiculous.
But it was just so good.
Yeah, and there was really no transition. We kind of just went into it like, you're like, let's talk about sex.
Let's talk about
then
I think you said that. Yeah, it was you.
Did I say that? Yeah.
You were like, let's talk about sex,
Oh, yeah.
prostitution.
Right. A little bit of sex work.
It was a good one.
Oh, it was good.
I still haven't told my mom about that one.
Yeah, I might want to keep that one secret.
Well,
And the next one we got coming out today is, the Girls Gone Wild one. So,
yeah,
yeah.
nowhere near that though.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, that was wild. But,
His girls gone wild.
yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got to
we
use
finally-
it.
I'm
so excited.
a little late on that one, but that's okay. I keep forgetting we have that button. But anyway, I'm sorry. I gotta take care of this situation.
These damn birds.
I keep doing it, man. Sometimes I'm on it. Sometimes
on this damn plane.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sick and tired of them.
Okay.
Could you imagine if instead of snakes on a plane, if it was just
Birds on a
constantly
plane?
birds just flapping around the whole time?
Everyone would die.
I think so.
Yeah.
I've always thought about that. Could you change that movie with a different animal?
See, snakes are manageable. Birds are not. If birds
You're
were,
also a bird person, so that's kind of why I chose that one.
yeah, if birds were on a plane, no one's making out alive.
Dude, they're constantly just flapping. Just
Yeah. Especially, and depending on what bird they are, like if it was a bird full of ravens, everyone's dead. They
What
have
if
the
it was-
intelligence of a 7-year-old.
So, like, let's say it was like a jumbo jet, not a. I don't know what. I can't remember what kind of plane it was. Let's say a big old across the seas jet,
Like 747.
Big old
big
boy.
fella. Yeah.
and its underbelly is full of pelicans. and the pelicans get in the air and start flying with their giant beaks.
People would die from annoyance.
Mine?
Pelicans are just unbelievably annoying. They're
Oh no, wait.
They're-
What were the mine birds?
Those were
Mine?
seagulls.
Mine? Seagulls.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yep. So pelicans would just be they'd be ugly. They'd be doing weird stuff,
the
and they
fuck away
would like randomly be biting people for no reason, but no one's dying. People were just like
So it would just be a really annoying.
it would just
flight.
be the most annoying flight you could ever be on.
Or like, what if they went with a different, like, I don't know, a plane full of monkeys,
No survivors.
or a plane full of scorpions. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of other things that
just
movie
throw
could
them.
have. They could have done.
Scorpions. I'd be safer with scorpions than snakes.
Yeah, that's true. I can see that.
Especially you can kind of just
squish
like
'em.
just like step on a whole bunch of like, say 60. Give every passenger 60 seconds. There's like 40 dead.
Yeah. I don't even remember how that movie ended. I don't know if I've ever watched that actually all the way through.
I have once, and I vowed never to watch it again. I can't, but I can't remember what happened.
Kind of like Sharknado.
I never
see-
even watched Sharknado.
Really?
I will, and I never will.
I've never finished it, but
I
I've watched
love
probably-
myself way too much.
I've watched the first half of the original one. And very interesting. That's about
Is
it.
that what we call awful movies?
Yes. Yes. Interesting means awful.
The Room is interesting. Sharknado is just awful. But anyway, we got something to talk about, don't we?
Yeah. We
All right.
do.
Tell me about it.
I had a conversation with somebody not too long ago. We'll say a month or two.
They shall remain nameless.
I don't remember who it was anyway, so it's okay. I can't remember. But
Shout out to that anonymous
that
person.
anonymous person at work.
You know who you are.
Hopefully. I was playing I want to say it was Master of Puppets by Metallica.
Master.
And
Tim played that on the podcast.
He did. It was a very good episode too.
Mm-hmm.
But they asked, "Oh, you watch Stranger Things?" And I about lost my shit. I say, "Wait, what?" Yeah, that song's on Stranger Things. I'm like, that song's been around for like
Decades.
30 years. But yeah, you know about Metallica? I'm like, do I know about Metallica? You dare ask me that question again, and I will smack you.
Wow.
I can't stand
Metallica.
Metallica. They just came out with a new song or a new album. Or they're
Oh.
coming out with a new album
Congratulations.
too. But no, it was songs that get popular after being on TV shows or movies,
Yeah.
and that was one of them. And good for them for being back in the spotlight.
Yeah.
By all means, put any sort of song that I love in the mainstream media, and I'll go for it.
For sure.
But when people sit there and tell you that you only know that song because you watch Stranger Things and you're a fake fan, how dare you?
Honestly, yeah.
I don't like that.
That's annoying. I have a couple from like superhero movies. That's where a lot of my references are when it comes to movies that get kind of popular. Like one is like all the Iron Man movies kind of made some more like those AC/DC the songs kind of more popular. So you got like Shoot the Thrill and some of those. Even though Shoot the Thrill wasn't super old when that came out, is that AC/DC still kind of got like a resurgence after that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then You got like Redbone, Come Get Your Love. That was on. Yeah, that was on Guardians of the Galaxy. So
yeah, but people. That's the thing is people. Unless you knew the song and listened to that stuff,
yeah,
they would instantly assume, "Hey, you watched that movie."
yeah.
Or like if you're an actual fan, you're like, "No, I've known
I actually
of it.
know the song. Yeah,
And
I know
then-
not only the song, the record.
Yeah,
yeah.
I can tell you who the song the person singing is.
Yeah.
All that. And it's just that was the thing that got me. I was like, these people that come out and all they know is Master of Puppets because of the Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it was badass, and like I said, anything to get my favorite bands into mainstream media, fuck it, let's
Yeah, by all
do
means.
it.
Yeah.
But like you said, there was the Redbone. What's the other one? I might be thinking of the same song. Hey,
That's the same song.
hey. That's
Yeah.
the same one.
Yeah.
That's a great song. Or what's he sings another one in that movie that got pretty popular. Blue something. I'd have to look it up.
Mm.
But I had another one was I knew. Okay, Journey has been out for a long time, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I kind of grew up listening to classic rock and stuff like that because of my stepdad. And one of the songs that everybody knows now, I don't care what race you are, who you are, what you listen to, everybody knows "Don't Stop Believing."
Yeah.
Everybody. And the reason I know it and everybody else knows it's probably going to be completely different. But the movie I remember was called The Comebacks.
Yeah.
And if you know of that movie, it was like a scary movie where it takes all these certain types of movies and they make fun of it.
Mm-hmm.
So this was Remember the Titans, Radio. Man, those are the only two I can think of at the moment. But their team bonding moment was everybody singing "Don't Stop Believing."
Right.
And there was a guy in there named Aceel Terry, and it was ACL tear.
That's funny.
He was like the
Terry.
best running back, and he ends up like breaking his legs. It was such a good movie. It was Aceel Terry or Vince Papali. He ends up coming onto the field. He's like, "I'm just a guy. I'm a bartender from Philadelphia, the hard streets," and ends up like getting ran over by a bus or something like that. Like they reference Jerome Bettis as the bus, and the bus just runs everybody over.
Right.
But that's how I did it. And on our we watched that movie on the way to a game in Truckee, and everybody on the bus was like, "Yeah, we love the song, great." It was such a funny movie. And our senior night, we had the sober grad night. Everybody went to after graduation, and everybody on the football team, we went over to a little karaoke place. And we were singing the little station over there. We were all singing "Don't Stop Believing," and it was such a great time. But yeah,
It's kind of funny because the cool thing I like about TV and movies though is sometimes I find new stuff. Like a lot of times I don't even like really come to people who are like, "Oh, you heard that from this show or something like that." Mm-hmm. I just look the song up if I like it, and then that becomes the song I'm listening to.
Yeah.
I don't really bring it up often, but I feel like that's kind of one of those things that's I don't know if it's like new, but it's so many people have streaming platforms that it's almost assumed that if you know this song, then you watch this show.
yeah,
And that seems like it's kind of
getting
a
little
new
more
thing.
popular.
Yeah, because like when Breaking Bad was on, I remember watching that when it was on TV. And there was so many really cool songs on there that I have on my Spotify now, and it's like, oh, but I never like brought it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, you made me power through that too. Well, you didn't really make me, but
Yeah.
I powered through that. You told me to watch it. Dang.
Yeah, and the soundtrack to me is amazing.
I couldn't tell you any of the songs that were in that show.
There's so many good ones. Groovin', do 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 do, on a Sunday afternoon, Sunday.
Oh, that was on there?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
when they were cooking the meth.
Yeah. They did a lot while they were cooking meth. There was
really-
a lot of meth cooking scenes where they.
Yeah, like the scene with the montage and they were cooking. It's always like a really good
montage.
song.
That's what it's the
Yeah.
montage.
Yep. By the way, everyone is welcome for hearing my singing voice there. You are 100% welcome. And you get that one for free. Next one you got to pay for. So just keep that in mind.
Patreon,
Just pay me personally.
or is that part of our OnlyFans?
Well, we'll talk about that later.
Sorry. I was. Anyways, but there's one thing that I learned this past. Well, shoot. What was last week? Was Thanksgiving last week?
The other day.
The other day on Thanksgiving,
All right.
I learned that Alan Jackson,
The football player?
the country singer.
Oh,
Who's Alan Jackson.
I don't
There's a Bo Jackson. Sweet Jesus, sir. Do you know way down yonder on the Chattahoochee?
yeah.
You know that guy.
Chattahoochee. Yeah.
That's what it's called.
I know, it's so funny though. Chattahoochee.
Chattahoochee.
There's a never mind.
I know. I kind of want to hear it now.
It's something.
my
It's a place on I think it's a Kickapoo Creek.
Kickapoo.
Kickapoo Creek.
I've heard of
There's
that.
a Kickapoo Creek in Illinois.
Yes.
That's something that me and my dad always talked about.
What do I know about
when
Kickapoo?
Tenacious D.
That's what it
Yeah,
was.
but
Kickapoo.
there's actually a Kickapoo Creek
Really?
in Illinois. Yeah.
No, has nothing to do with that. But
Yeah. It's when I hear Waxahoochee, I'm thinking about like weird
Waxahoochee?
weird areas.
Waxahachie?
You said hoochie.
I said Chattahoochee.
Oh, Chattahoochee.
Waxahoochee.
When I-
Wow.
Now I'm thinking about Chattahoochee. When I hear
the hell is going on?
Chattahoochee and Waxahachie, I'm thinking about Kickapoo Creek.
I think Waxahachie's in
Waxahachie's is in yeah,
Texas.
it's Texas. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
Waxahachie.
artist named Waxahachie too. I
No,
think
the hell there's not.
yeah, I think they do like blues or something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if that state gets any of the royalties from them.
Not at all.
Or not state, the
City.
city, town, whatever. No, but I was gonna say that I learned that Alan Jackson was mad at the '94 CMA Awards, the Country Music Awards, because instead of playing in real time, they wanted to lip sync. And artists, as soon as they're asked that, they're like, "You're out of your damn mind."
Well,
I
it
actually
depends on
know
the
how to
artist.
sing."
Yeah.
Okay, most. So they're mad. So what he did, and I didn't know this, I had to look up the video behind it.
Mm-hmm.
He was so mad that he made his drummer play the drums on live TV with no drumsticks. And if I can find it real quick, I won't play it loud, but it's
That's so wild.
Alan Jackson drummer, no sticks, right here. Oh,
It
ads,
kinda-
of course.
It kind of reminds me of what Nirvana did. I think it was, I can't remember if it was the Grammys or what, but they were supposed to play Smells Like Teen Spirit, and the whole time, like, they were just strumming like that, like slow motion, and then Dave Grohl was just like lifting his arms up and down, like they weren't even playing. But I remember that it was he has no sticks. That's hilarious. He's going in.
See, you can tell how pissed he looks right there, too.
Yeah, he's not having a good time at all.
But, I mean, just when he moves his head,
That's so funny.
you think that the camera people would have caught it, but no sticks.
That guy is
He is beyond pissed off. And
that's
he's just sitting
hilarious.
there.
He's just sitting there, doing his thing. Wow.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
I never knew that somebody that I grew up with listening to country music would do something like, I mean, I wouldn't put it past anybody doing something like that.
Yeah.
But the fact that he did it and they pulled it off on national TV, God.
That's great.
He is a god.
That's
Dude, I was so impressed when I heard about that. I was like, no way.
and he's really
could
like
not.
ghost playing too. Like he's into
yeah.
it. He's
Oh yeah, he's doing it. He's like, what do they call it? Boxing, shadow boxing.
yeah.
He's shadow playing.
I love when artists just do like off the rail stuff like that just because they were just mad. And like, yeah, I'll go on stage, but you guys won't like it.
I feel like the one you said about Nirvana, I feel like I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Or seen it somewhere.
Yeah. And they were just like totally serious. Just the whole time, it just Dave Grohl was just back there just lifting his arms up and down. They weren't even playing. now that we're on the topic of like just crazy, outrageous, funny stuff. Remember, we wanted to talk about the joys of like early 2000s MTV reality.
Yes, what a
Like
time, right?
That was just that's when MTV started to like really transition out of MTV.
The reason I brought this up was because the guys over on Impulsive had Rob Dyrdek on there,
Yeah.
and they were talking about what was your inspiration behind the wanting to do Robin Big or wanting to do what was the other one with the really annoying laugh and all Ridiculousness.
Oh, Ridiculousness, yeah.
Wanting to do shows like
Chanel
that.
West Coast.
And so obviously Ridiculousness is kind of a spin-off, if you would put, of America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah.
But they didn't watch them real time, or they did with the crowd. I can't remember.
The crowd was there.
But so there were ones like, of course you had your, back in the 90s you had your MTV Raps. You had Headbangers Ball.
That was like music.
That
though.
was when it was actual music.
Yeah.
But they the first one that came to mind for me, because when Rob Dyrdek mentioned Fantasy Factory, was Viva La Bam.
Okay.
I loved Viva La Bam.
Yeah.
Viva La Bam was I could probably put it on today and still watch every single episode of Viva La Bam.
It was really funny.
Ever made.
Yeah. It was good, and they still kind of mixed in some skating in there. So, and it was always nice watching Bam skate.
Yeah. It was. What's funny about that is he had such an interesting
Skate style. It was
very loose.
It was loose,
but it was things that you wouldn't expect. I don't know. I'm not.
Sometimes
a skater.
he'd pull a trick where it was like, "Wow, he can do that."
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was always like very unorthodox because the way he skated was just like you said, it was loose. It wasn't really technically sound.
It wasn't. It was like he didn't care, but he didn't care while he cared.
Yeah,
Skating.
it looked like it was very much like just do it yourself.
Yes.
Figure the trick out.
I'm gonna do this random impossible at the top of the ramp and go into a stall
like a 20-foot drop
and just the craziest things.
Because stuff that you couldn't really do at the X Games because they wouldn't allow it.
Yes,
but also if it was one of those things where it was like this would be like top trick if this was done at X Games.
Yes,
but the stuff he did would never be at the X Games.
Do you remember
that street style?
I think it was his whole driveway was a skate park at his house.
I think so, yeah.
All the way down the driveway, it was like loops and everything.
Yeah.
And dude, now I gotta go watch this.
Viva La Bam was fun. It was like that X Games era.
And the pranks and stuff, because, I mean, we grew up with Jackass.
Yeah.
CKY videos. Like, I even watched all those.
Yeah.
I didn't know about those until I started watching Viva La Bam.
Yeah.
Dude, loved it. But I found out a lot of bands, like we were saying, music-wise.
Yeah.
I found so many bands that I love to listen to now. There's one, it's when they go to, I want to say they go to Punxsutawney for Groundhog Day, and they go down
Kickapoo Creek.
They go they don't go to Kickapoo. They go down this hill in an inflatable castle, I want to say.
Yeah.
And Clutch is in the background playing The Mob Goes Wild.
Yeah.
I love that song. Every time I listen to it, I freaking rock out for one. But I always think about that episode, and I'm like, dude, that was one of the craziest things they could have done.
That was a good time.
But then, we had shows like that. Do you remember the show Next?
Yes, absolutely.
They literally get off the bus and they go, Next.
Those dating shows were the best to me.
Dude,
those were so fun.
I feel like that was prime reality TV era.
Yeah, because they made it into like a game show.
Oh,
it was still interesting because it was like a game.
Yeah.
But a lot of times when I think of MTV reality shows, I'm thinking of like Road Rules. Those competition shows, like in the reality,
what was the
real
one?
world
Room Raiders,
dude. Where they had the blue black light.
Yep.
And they would look at the guy's bed.
At the
and
bed sheets.
It was
You're
always
like, how do you even know that was sperm? Come on now.
Yeah, it could have been anything. There was always some kind of dried fluid.
Turns it on. The whole room is lit up, and he's like,
why is it on the ceiling? But yeah, like shows like that were just always fun, and they were always like midday shows. So I remember like being off of like on a summer break from school, and it will always be on. It'll be like that whole marathon thing where they have like 10 episodes of next or whatever.
I think I've talked to you about this before, but I think ours started at like 11.
Yeah.
10 or 11 for us
Yeah.
on the West Coast.
It was like that midday block.
Yes. And that's, I mean, Viva La Bam, Room Raiders,
Yep.
all that stuff got me through summer vacation.
Oh, yeah.
If I didn't have anything to do and just wanted to enjoy, like, you know, when you weren't doing your chores like you were supposed to, and your
Yep.
mom was like, hey, I've
And
got
you're
this
just
list.
vegging out.
Just sitting there eating, just,
just
having a great summer break.
Bowl after bowl of cereal.
Oh, yeah. Mine was mac and cheese.
Oh, yeah?
Mine was mac and cheese.
Okay. I was always with the cereals. Especially when I woke up. I would have
Or-
just like a big bowl of cereal.
Or, because I wouldn't eat breakfast, really.
I love breakfast.
I don't.
I always love breakfast.
I'm
gotta
more
eat it.
of like a meat guy and stuff, so I wanted to eat stuff so like burgers.
Well, you're grown now, so you can do
I
that.
know, exactly.
Like breakfast food is whatever you want it to be.
Exactly. SpaghettiOs, baby.
Yeah. Bro, I told a coworker this. I said it's breaking the fast. Break
It really
fast.
is
So you
breaking
can
the
you can
fast.
really eat anything.
You can.
What we classify as breakfast food is just what we've classified as breakfast food. You can do whatever you want.
I tell you what, though, a good. We'll get back on topic here in a minute. But
Yeah, this happens all the time.
a good breakfast,
Mm-hmm.
like actual breakfast foods,
Yeah.
is like country or like fried egg, whatever, like with the yolk still in it, whatever eggs,
Mm-hmm.
over some like biscuits and gravy.
I feel you. But also, that was kind of loud, wasn't
What
it?
the fuck?
So
was
somebody just like randomly yelled. But also, though, you said something I don't like.
Uh-oh.
You said an actual breakfast food. An actual breakfast food is whatever you want it to be, Kyle. I don't care if it was. I don't care if it was cake. That could be actual breakfast food. I woke up and ate 2 pieces of cake, and I was like, "That's a good breakfast."
That is a good breakfast.
And you'd be like, "Yeah, it is," because that's what you did. You broke the fast.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Foods that people would normally classify as breakfast
Don't even say
foods.
that. You could just say a good food. Continue from there.
Okay, fine, a good food.
Goodness, you're a real piece of work.
Like you no more.
Well, you're the one who.
Say it. I dare you.
Yeah, you wore socks to bed.
Oh, I knew you were going to bring that up. Listen, sir.
That is-
I am secretly a serial killer. That's no secret now. Hey, everybody, I'm a serial killer.
Yep. That's punishable by jail time.
I mean, it was cold.
You shouldn't even be here right now. You should be arrested.
Whatever.
I should turn you
Go
in.
Call him right now.
I should do a citizen's arrest.
I will do this episode in the cell with what was the guy's name I made up? Psycho Bill?
Yes, Psycho
Psycho
Bill.
Bill!
I'm surprised you even remember
Good
that.
to have you back, man. Please put the prison shake down.
Psycho Bill.
I think I listened to that not too long ago. That's why. But anyways, so yeah, the Viva La Bam era and all that was so amazing.
Yeah.
I gotta say though, my favorite besides Viva La Bam, Robin Big,
Yeah.
man, just the action sports stuff. I remember even Nitro Circus having their own show.
Nitro Circus. Yeah, and you had Jackass.
Mm-hmm.
They had like a couple of reruns of that always playing.
Road Rules was a different show though. That was definitely ahead of its time on that.
Like Road Rules and Real World, and now they just combined both of them because they used to be separate, but now they combine them both and they make like a big game show out of it and like competition.
Isn't it called The Challenge?
Yeah.
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 But you know it's crazy now though. We talk about these shows nowadays, you know, Yellowstone, I like SWAT. I mean, now that we're adults,
Mm-hmm.
I look back on those shows and I look what's actually on MTV these days.
Yeah.
And
Which
I'm
is
like,
basically just ridiculousness all day.
well, it's ridiculousness,
Catfish.
Catfish, or Teen Mom.
Yeah. That's
I hate all of
basically-
those.
That's basically the 3 shows that they have on all day.
I can't do it. I do not like any of those shows.
Yeah, it's so repetitive. Like
Oh, it is.
why do I have to see 30 episodes of ridiculousness every day?
I wish that they would
Every
change.
day.
I wish they would change the channel name. Like back then, there was no music on there. I get it. You wanted to change it. But if we're going to watch preteens be mothers and laugh and listen to Chanel West Coast super annoying laugh, then let's change the damn channel.
Well, they're
name.
never gonna change the station because like stations just never do that. I mean,
No.
Animal Planet can show ridiculousness all day long and they'll still be Animal Planet. So that's not gonna change.
You know who
but
did though?
what?
I think it was TBS. No, it wasn't TBS. What was it? TNT
Mm-hmm.
went to Spike TV
Yeah,
or something like that. Someone went to Spike TV.
I'm pretty sure this
And
was
Spike TV turned into Paramount.
Spike TV is Paramount.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yes.
I didn't know that's where it came from. Wow, I thought it was its
They
own
showed
thing.
all
I
the
thought
exact
Spike just
same.
went away.
They showed all the same shows and everything on there. So, I mean, I'm assuming,
Okay,
but it makes sense.
but that's a whole brand change.
yeah,
Like MTV hasn't really changed their brand. They just show a bunch of the same stuff they have been showing for a while. It's not that they're showing new stuff. It's that it's completely the same, just more of the same thing. You get 20 episodes of ridiculousness every day, followed by 20 episodes of Catfish, followed by 20 episodes of Teen Mom.
and then it starts all over.
Yep,
You know, Rob Dyrdek said he will do.
he'll do it forever.
What was he say? I was listening to that podcast and they said that he already signed up for another like 5 seasons of that show.
Yeah.
And he says that what he does, so like I guess Logan Paul was on there as a guest, and what they did was like a week before they sent him the clips that he was gonna see on there, so he could come up with zingers and
Yeah.
whatever comments he could. And Rob goes, "They did what?" He goes, "Yeah, they took me in the back room and we discussed it, talking about things I wasn't supposed to do." And he goes, "I didn't know that at all." And I think it was Mike Malak. He goes, "Somebody's getting fired."
Yeah. But yeah, it's always like, and it's the same thing every time. The same co-host. They have a guest every now and then, and they just watch the videos. It's like it's an easy paycheck. Rob Dyrdek, it's basically MTV, and they just do it over and over again. And then he draws the check, and they do it again. And he draws the check. Like Rob is a millionaire based off of.
He's a
like,
multi-billionaire.
Think of how many things he has done, not only for MTV but also for some of the brands he worked with, like DC Shoes. Like, think of how much revenue that he has created for MTV.
Look at this.
He's their golden boy.
He said just to put a refrigerator into his house on Robin Big, Monster paid him, I want to say like $10 million.
Yeah,
And
it's constant
I think
advertisement.
you only saw it like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, that's how much that advertisement is worth because everybody's watching that show at any given time, and MTV reruns over and over and over and over again. So it's easy cash.
Oh, here's another one. I want to come back to Rob for a minute, but Wild Boys.
Wild Boys. Wow, I forgot about that
Chris
one.
Pontius and Steve-O.
Yep, I
That
forgot
was
about
another
that one.
one. When they do all
They
this,
like went all this
they do all this
animal
stupid
adventures
shit.
and yeah.
I remember 3-6 Mafia was on there.
Oh yeah, I remember that too. That was probably one of the most popular episodes.
But no,
Remember MTV Cribs?
Yes, that's another one.
Yeah.
Oh, what was the Sweet 16?
Yeah, that was another one. Yeah,
Yeah,
like all
what-
these spoiled brats are
fucking
getting.
kids. You're sitting there at 16 and
just
you're
the
like, are you
just the
kidding
most
me?
awful individuals. I was like, wow, these people are the worst of the worst.
You're like, Mom, I just got a 1968 Chevy Chevelle. Or
Yeah.
Chevette. Sorry, not a Chevelle. That's what I thought I was getting. A Chevette, a
Mm-hmm.
4-door Gremlin. And this kid's 16 and they just got a Lamborghini. Are you kidding me, Mom? Now that I look back, I'm like, yeah, thanks. I appreciate what you got me, but
Right.
I couldn't get a Lamborghini.
Well, the crazy thing is, like some kids weren't even getting cars. Period.
No, they
And
weren't.
I'm watching this 16-year-old get a Lambo, and they're complaining about that.
Or
And I'm
that,
just like, oh my god.
oh, so-and-so wasn't supposed to be here.
Right.
How come they're here? And then the camera's just watching them.
Girls crying their eyes out as they just got 10 grand.
I didn't get the $50 million that I wanted. I
Right.
got
It's just insane. I was like, it was actually unbearable. Like, that show, as interesting as it was, I could almost never finish an episode because I was just like, these are horrible people.
Oh, they were. Not only that, but just I mean, you would see the side of people that had money,
Yeah.
and you kind of look and after you watch that, you kind of think about what you got, and you're like, wow, they're spoiled.
Yeah.
Like
'Cause I'll look around and be like, I'm okay with this, you know?
yeah, you're like,
At
I had
that
to go split wood yesterday or something, and You're sitting there crying because two guys that you like both showed up at the same party and you didn't want them there. Like, really?
Yeah, like
You're
that's what you're crying about. I was like, I would be like, yay.
Here's another one.
That exact energy.
Parental control.
Parental control.
Parents set their kids up on blind dates, hopefully dumping the one that they had. I forgot about this show.
I forgot about that one.
I just looked up shows that were on then, and that was one of
Parental
them.
control was dope.
They would pick they'd have this piece of crap like thuggish white dude dating their beautiful little princess girl that doesn't even look like she'd be with them.
All right.
And then one guy would be like, "Hey, I'm an engineer at
You're
MIT, blah blah blah. I'm a part-time firefighter and this and that."
Oh, these
And
shows
then
were definitely staged.
They go through the whole thing and they'd be like, "Oh, I think I still want to be with Tyler." And he's like, "Yeah,
right.
bitch, go
Who's
make me a
like,
sandwich."
Right, who just like hemmed her up and slapped her across the face.
Run's house.
Run's house, yeah, with Rev Run.
Reverend Run. I didn't know he was a reverend. I never got that.
I don't think he was an actual. Well, actually, he was, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah.
I never got the point of that name until I saw that. I was like, "Oh,
Yep.
Reverend
He had
Run.
like the collar and everything.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, oh God, here's one we can do right here. 40 MTV shows you probably forgot existed. Making the Band?
I remember making
Oh,
the band.
that was-
Yeah, with P Diddy.
That was his thing where he would have them go through the whole process of learning
Yeah, he had 2 seasons. One was like the second one was an all girl group, and I think they fell apart after like a couple of years.
The Ashley Simpson show.
Oh yeah, it was the same.
Meet the Barkers.
Yeah, Meet the Barkers
hell
was
was he
on
with?
Travis Barker and
Shanna Mokler.
yeah.
I don't know who that
It wasn't it wasn't a good show.
Oh no! Oh
The Ozzies.
wow! The Osbournes.
Wow. That's one I did forget about. Look how
I
young they
didn't know.
look.
I thought that was on like VH1.
I think it transferred over to VH1.
Maybe it did.
Yeah.
because they were more video or music than MTV was.
Yeah, because MTV transitioned over to their real like reality stuff before VH1 did.
Oh, Life of Ryan.
Yep.
Ryan Sheckler. I remember
Mhm.
that. Till Death Do Us Part.
Oh yeah, with Navarro before he went to Ink
How
Master.
the hell do we forget this one?
Oh, Punked. Yeah.
Dude, see that. So speaking of Punked,
Yeah.
from 2003 to 2015 is how long they've done that. My son watches. Is it Netflix? He's got his little Netflix thing that he watches, and the one show he watches is called Walk the Prank, and it's the same exact thing, but it's kids doing
As
it to
kids doing
adults.
it. Okay.
And I watched it. When were we watching? It was not last night, but I want to say it was on Friday, maybe Thursday. It was Thursday. Thursday, I was watching it with him, and I'm like, "What does this remind me of?" Because I kept watching it, and I'm like, "Wow, these are like they could draw that out."
Why does this kid look like Ashton
And,
Kutcher?
and then that's when it hit me. I was like, "Holy crap, this is Punked!"
Yeah.
And kids are literally pranking these adults, and it's funny because they cut it off way too soon. They'll be like,
Oh, always.
"Hey, did you know what's the thing if you turn the lights off in the bathroom, say somebody's name, and then turn it back on?"
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. Yeah.
So they would do something like that, and then they're like, "Yeah, I know about it," and they'd take it off. Well, then they'd put the like transparent mirror or something in between.
Mm-hmm.
The kid would do it, and nothing happened. So then the babysitter will do it, and then one of the other kids from the show will be on the other side of the thing, of the mirror, and then when they turn the lights on, the girl will be right there.
Oh, yeah.
And then they would be like, "Hi, you just walked the prank."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Why didn't you draw it out?"
Yeah.
They cut it right then and there, and I'm like, this could have been gold.
Remember, that reminds me of Scare Tactic. That was on Sci-Fi.
What was
Remember Scare Tactics or something like that?
Oh,
Yeah.
it was the same thing. It was like somebody's family or friend set him up.
Well, yeah. Yes.
I remember that.
Yeah. You're on Scare Tactics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Are you scared?
Yeah, you should be.
Should be because you're on. Oh my god!
My dad.
Whoa!
Me and my dad used to watch that show, and then my dad was always waiting for that part where they're like, "Are you scared? Well, you should be."
You're on scare tactics.
And that would always kill my dad.
Oh
He
my
always loved that.
Damn. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, that used to be on Sci-Fi.
It was called My Super
My
Sweet
Super
16.
Sweet 16.
Whoever the hell that kid is.
Horrible people.
He's probably got no money.
They're probably in prison now. It was Robin Big, right?
Robin Big, ridiculous.
Ridiculousness.
Next
Next
was
yes.
so good.
Pimp My Ride. That's
Oh.
another good one.
Pimp My Ride. You know, I entered. I had a truck. So it wasn't the Chevette I had.
Yeah.
I needed 4-wheel drive because we lived up where it could snow, and I wouldn't actually need 4-wheel drive. My parents got me this beat up 75 K10 freaking Chevy single cab, rusted, like lime green, like it was like your stand right there.
Yeah.
It was like that, but you know what? Okay, see the sunflower?
Yes.
See the little things to the left of it, that green?
Yes.
It was that, but rusted.
Ooh. It's pretty bad.
Dude, it was such a cool truck, though. Got my first stereo system in it. I drove it to school all the time. It was a great truck. I entered it on there, and it was like when I was serious about getting into firefighting.
Yeah.
I was like, I've got a fire going into fire, and hopefully you guys can, set my truck on fire or something like that.
And
I
West
don't
Coast
remember what
Customs
it
was in California.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I thought, it'd be perfect.
Right.
But because they were talking about doing it internationally.
Oh. How about
And that's when I entered it, I was like, they're gonna do it international.
that?
They can-
DMX, can you pimp my ride?
Yeah, can you pimp my
Can you call
ride?
him Pimp My Ride, mate? I remember when Pimp My Ride, like all the cars started looking the same
Yes.
because they all had like 4 TVs and headrests, and then a big speaker system in the back with another TV, and they all had neon lights under the car. The rims started looking the same.
Yes.
It just turned into the same thing with a different car.
I hated that they would. The one I hated the most was that they would put TVs everywhere.
Everywhere. Oh, they even had like in the what's
In
the
the grill?
ceiling? Yeah, in the grill.
In the grill of the car, they'd put
TV
it.
in the grill.
They put it on the backside of like the mirror. I mean,
Yeah, they just put TVs anywhere.
why would you want? There's your road rules.
Yeah.
These ones I remember they were an hour long.
Yeah. That is True Life.
Do you remember those?
Yes.
22 seasons.
That 22 seasons of that?
98 to 2016.
98?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know it was that early.
Dude, this was cool because it was like an hour-long episode. And they would do, I am
I like
I'm
to eat
a
like those-
teenager that drinks laundry detergent.
Right,
or
yeah.
I'm addicted to eating a couch.
Yeah.
Or because
And then- but
that's
then-
what it was. It was
And then they also had Strange Addiction, but I don't think that was on MTV. I think that was on something else.
Bizarre habits of people and subcultures in society.
I think that was Strange Habits before that show was made.
Speaking of Made, the show's called Made.
Made. And that's another one I was
What
thinking
was-
of. Because Made was like when they took these teenagers or whatever and they became the thing they wanted to be.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, because they had like rock stars come in and teach this kid how to be a rock
Damn.
star and stuff like
They
that.
did 13 seasons of that?
I didn't know it was that many seasons.
Do you remember Date My Mom? That's a completely different thing these days.
That show today would just be called MILF. MILF.
Oh, man. How funny. Yeah, that was the one where they had like
That's
3
it's
different moms.
so outrageous, dude. Date my mom. Like
Date
think of
my
that concept
mom.
today. Like
Yeah, one of the weirder dating shows
just
that
thinking-
MTV produced. Date
Oh,
My
man.
Mom sent a guy or a girl out on a date with 3 different moms. The singleton must then pick who he wants to take on a date. Weird, we know. Oh.
those are fun.
Yeah, man. I don't remember this one, though. Do you remember Sorority Life?
I remember it by name. I don't think I ever watched it.
There was an epic Michelle Branch song that played in the intro.
Yes.
I don't know what that. I don't know who the hell Michelle Branch was.
Michelle Branch was like, if I just breathe, da, 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 everything is all right. Breathe, you'll see. If I just breathe.
Why? Oh God, we need to do these live.
I remember that and like Ashley Simpson songs. The main reason I remember these songs is because I remember when I was on the tennis team in middle school, we were on the bus and they would play these songs, and then the guys also rode with the girls. And so, like, all of these bus rides, I remember the girls just screaming their heads off to these songs. And I remembered them. They're just burned into my brain.
Sure enough, after the tennis matches, the guys are stringing him too.
There was another one, though. It was like, so lonely inside, so busy out there, and all you wanted was somebody who cared.
That's right. I remember that one.
She was so breathy. Everything she said, it was like, yeah.
Yeah.
She was the first, can I get a, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She was the first iteration of that. She started it.
She started it. Wow.
There was also the
She was good looking.
the Vanessa Carlton one too.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces fast, and I'm homebound. Oh, what show was that on?
Well, it was in movies.
Oh,
because I remember they had that in White Chicks.
White Chicks.
Yeah, where you had
Terry Crews.
Yeah,
Have you seen
Terrence
Crews? Have you seen the meme where he gets in the car and who is it? Pennywise is singing it to him.
Yeah.
And he's in a convertible and he's like, how do I get out?
Yeah. And there was another. He had a reality show, didn't he? It was called like Crew Life or something. Or the Cruise.
Terry Crews?
I think it was called Meet the Cruise.
Let's see.
He had like a reality show. I don't know if it was. I don't know what channel. I think it was a VH1.
What the hell did I just? There's a song called Meet the Cruise. The Family Cruise.
The Family Cruise. Yeah, 2010 had 2 seasons.
Damn.
Yeah.
It must not have been that good.
It wasn't. It was mostly boring. But yeah, I remember he had like a reality show for a short period of time.
He was on The Walking Dead?
Why not?
What
Sure.
I mean, if Aaron Rodgers can be in Game of Thrones for a couple seconds and then get burnt away by the dragon, then sure, why not?
Right. And then they had what was his name? The singer on that show too.
Which one?
The redhead
On what?
on Game of Thrones. Ed Sheeran.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
He came
yeah.
with like, yes, my lady. Like,
Yes, my lady.
He was all like, yeah. That was just us kind of just talking.
Nostalgia, man.
Yeah, it was just like a nostalgia episode, just going back in
The
time.
wormhole. You know what? I'm gonna actually look for Viva La Bam,
Yeah.
and I think I'm gonna try and watch every single episode that he had of that.
There was quite a few seasons too, didn't he?
I
Have
want to say
like
it was 4 or 5.
Oh, that was it? I thought it was more than that. Maybe it had a lot of episodes in the season. But
I gotta find out where you can watch.
and I think they weren't they all an hour? Or were they half an hour?
I think they were half an hour.
Yeah, okay. The nice little short bits.
Which means straight through they're like 20 minutes.
Yeah. You'll finish one quick. It was rapid fire editing. Just like Jackass.
Just like Jackass.
Yeah, just like rapid, quick editing cuts and stuff like that. But it was mostly pranking his dad.
Yeah, it was.
That's mostly what it was. Oh, and remember Uncle Vito?
You know he's dead?
Yeah.
How crazy.
Yep. But yeah, man, it was mostly just him like going crazy on his dad Phil. The blood pressure of his parents were just through the roof the entire season, just all the time. But anyway, this has been a very nostalgic episode of Itchy Sweater. We're going to go watch a lot of old reality TV after we're done here.
What will they do next?
What will they do next? We're going to watch whatever we want. And then
Watch
we
whatever the fuck
jump off a building.
Jumping through this window right
jump
now.
through the window, yeah.
It's going to sound like Steve Austin's glass breaking right through the window.
You're dying with a thing. You know it's only
don't.
different.
Stop it. Stop it.
Inside you. I'm cutting that out. But anyway. Oh my God. This is gonna be such an editing heavy episode. Like,
it's gonna be fun.
People aren't gonna like by the time this comes out, like
they're never gonna know.
40% was gonna be cut from this
The damn dead air, and we're only at 56 minutes.
Oh, absolutely. This is gonna be like a 45-minute episode by the time I'm done with it. But anyway, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow, rate, comment, all that good stuff. This is Jim Hall and Carl Bismarck. Thanks for coming again. What do you got to say, big fella?
And just remember, YouTube's live. You guys
YouTube
can
is
listen
live.
to these on there. Our tier lists are actually on there too.
Yes.
And if you guys are real ones, day ones,
Yeah.
I can't remember what he says. Acknowledge me.
Acknowledge me.
Acknowledge the podcast.
Yeah.
If you watch the last episode, the 1 foot on the floor, French fashion,
yeah.
wait till the end. A little sneak peek for you.
Yeah.
You got a little something on the very end of that video.
Oh yeah.
But yes, it's everything's live. Like, comment, subscribe, and rock on podcast.
Yeah. Podcast. Yeah.